I'm back. I'm happy to be back. It's the Toro Fuerte with Shadowhaunt Joker and the Unfound Prodigy. What's going on, fellas? How you been?
Been going good, guys. Can't complain. Got my COVID shot finally, guys, and I'm just feeling it.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Man, I've been busy and on a roll, and finally I can do it. I'm not a one-time champ, 2, 3, 4, but a five-time champion.
I love it. Yes, congratulations. And we
Digimon
are talking. Yes, Digimon. So everybody better take notice. Put you on notice. Joker's coming for you.
See you at the Grand Prix.
Or you all are gonna have to come for him now because he's sitting at the top. So that's how it works. But yeah, congrats, man. I'm happy to be here. Colby could not make it, unfortunately. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. He's actually having fun doing his thing. I want to say he got lost in the mystic mind, but
I've always
had to take a
mention. You have to.
And I gotta say, you guys kicked some major butt last week. Thank you so much for covering while I was out on vacation. I'll tell a little bit about that a little bit later, but thank you. Appreciate the job you all did. And the views are pretty good. So the views speak for themselves. So yes,
We try.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. I thank you all. And shout out to Colby too. So let's talk about some shout outs here. Now I have, and thank you for shouting out my folks as well. But of course, as always, Doolian TV, Mr. Doolian over there, the Burial Ground Podcast, Wrestling Mark. Looking forward to working with you, my friend. Mark's got some stuff cooking. He's got some stuff in the works, and he's gonna come out with a few new things, and it's gonna be good. That's all I can speculate on right now. That's all I can talk about. So, what else we got? Monster Club Corporation. Of course, I love that game. I did get a message from one of the winners of the last giveaways I did. The cards came in, and they look amazing. I need to get that poker deck for myself because those cards are nice. And Rust the Afterworld, I'm waiting with a high anticipation for their next crowdfunding. I forget the name of it, but they do that stuff on there when they release their games. But they're coming out with one, and so it's going to be pretty exciting. And let's see what else we got here. A couple more shout outs from me. Oh, shout out to Fusion YGO. Thank you for your long and detailed comment last week on last week's podcast. Appreciate anytime anybody watches, and then it goes even further when you take the time out to comment. And with all that detail, seriously, thank you for all the feedback. I appreciate it. Got a little bit chuckle out of there with the message to Colby about Mystic Mind. That was pretty funny. And Troll 969, I think that's who it was. That's always commenting. Let me double check.
I think that was.
Yeah, I think that was that.
Yeah. Troll 969. Thank you for your support. Always appreciate it. And what else we got here? Well, a shout out to you guys again for carrying the podcast. Thank you so much. And I got a few more, but I'll remember them as we go. Joker, go ahead, man.
Well, first and foremost, Casual Side Decking. Thank you for all that leeway you've been doing. And shout out to you guys as well. Also, I'm literally going down the list here, so bear with me.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm unprepared. Everybody got a lot going on.
I got Skeeter. Skeeter, thank you for that live stream that you did. Once per turn. Hey, keep doing it. You're killing it out there. Take your time, man. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's see. There is I hope I'm saying this right. Javi, Javy. Hey, thank you for the clutch coming in. Also, this weekend is a very special weekend for a particular couple of family members of mine. My aunt's birthday just passed as of recording this. And
happy birthday.
Her son, I'm just going to call him A. And for my two dear nephews, D and D, Uncle loves you. Keep howling. Keep up the good work. And lastly, for my last shout out. Oh wow. Uh Jinxie, cannot forget you. Thank you for the love and support. And now sorry, I keep saying last. YTC for sale. That's all. As El Toro said prior, what was his name? The one that did that lengthy post.
Oh, Fusion Yugioh.
Fusion Yugioh. I'm gonna keep my word. I'm sorry I blanked out on your name, but I'm gonna keep my word on that. Trust me, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of that. And now Unfound.
Okay, so I wasn't prepared. I definitely want to shout out Fusion YGO. I love that comment that he left on the video. Who else is there? Skeeter, Casually. Also, is it Rain that showed up on your Twitch stream the other day?
Rain.
Yeah, Rain.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm glad. I always like to see people showing support. So I want to shout them out when I can. And I've seen a lot of YouTubers still hanging on their Instagram, reaching their goals of 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers. I just want to shout them out. I think one of them is Misuse. He just hit 200, I believe. And yeah, I'm like, it's crazy out there. Some people don't stay that long in the YouTube game. So seeing these things, man, makes me happy. But yeah, thanks for all the listeners, all the supporters. We love you guys.
Yes. And something I want to make regular is, of course, thanking, of course, all the listeners overall, but we've got listeners in the United Kingdom, in Australia, India, Jamaica, Ireland, and Canada. So thank you all so much for listening. We are going global. I think Australia was the latest one that we added. Very excited about that. I do know I have a few friends in Australia, so maybe it's one of them or two of them. Don't know, but whoever you are, thank you so much. Feel free to comment, by the way, who you are. We would love to do that. And we can shout you out next time. If you're on YouTube, if you're listening, go to Team Fuerte Gaming and you'll find this episode, and feel free to leave us a comment. So thank you. All right. And then thank you, gentlemen, for doing that. I appreciate it. Let's okay, so I was gone last week, and I had the rare opportunity to go on a brief vacation, and was the same weekend as my wife's birthday. She decided she wanted to travel to a nice little place called Sedona, Arizona. And this place is beautiful. You can look up pictures there. So many cool things. The one thing that it's known for are vortexes, and it's this weird, I don't want to say weird, but it's very cool, interesting. It's like energy, and of course it's like a vortex. And we took this really bumpy ride up one of the mountains. I think there are 4 vortexes all in that area. We only got to see one of them, but it's really cool because our tour guide, again, he took us, I mean, this is a really bumpy ride. Like, regular vehicles are not going to make it up. They will get stopped. Matter of fact, we saw one. And when we got to the top, there was this tree, and I may have sent you guys a picture. I'll have to post it on Instagram again. But the tree almost looks like a rope, the way it's twisted. It's really cool, the branches and everything. And he even had these little metal rods, and he started walking towards the tree, and you could see they were barely in his hands, and they started kind of going in. We all did the same thing. And it was happening. It was really cool. He took his necklace off, held it toward the ground. Arm was completely still, and the necklace is just going like this. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a real neat experience. And then, of course, I think I showed you guys some of the videos where Vegeta was eating a scorpion, and the kids got to play with. They got to handle snakes. Even the wife, she's terrified of them, and she overcame a little fear there. She's not going to do it again, but she did. So it was a nice little vacation there. All right, Burst of Destiny. That's one of the next good sets. Of course, we got the 10s coming out too, but Burst of Destiny looking pretty good. I've caught a few. I think that's the one where we're getting the link for the live Evil Twins, right, Prodigy?
That is correct, and I am getting it, man. That card is beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Go look at it. I always hope that the CCG would adopt OCG rarities because they look so freaking amazing, but it's not happening. But I'll get the card anyway. I can't
You
wait
and me
for the set.
both. You and me both, my friend. Joker, have you had a chance to look at anything out of Burst of Destiny?
It's not exactly that I'm looking at Burst of Destiny,
Mhm.
but I'm buying a case. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm buying a case of this. I'm
Yeah.
not missing this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There are so many secret rares that I just want to look at and be like, yeah, I pulled that. Jolly good, jolly good. I have no complaints. I know I hope they sneak in a couple of people of my country, aka War Rocks for life. But this set is looking really good. I mean, come on now. Flunderies, the hype of the year. How am I gonna miss this? I gotta do a video of me pulling some Flunderies.
And I will be watching because I will not be buying anything on there. I will be buying singles. The Link monster that we were talking about, yes, that will be one because I do have the core deck already. I've gotten every card that's come out. I have 3 of everything, and that one will be included in that. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. And I haven't really had a chance to look at too many spoilers or lists yet, but I do plan on doing that at some point. And just seeing if there's anything that can help any of my existing decks, because as I've told you all, I'm not buying any more sets. I'm not doing any more box openings, nothing like that. I'm just going with what I have and I'm upgrading it. Lone exception being the Sulfur Chords, of course, that I just purchased from you today.
Hey,
It was a good purchase. It was a good purchase. I can't blame you.
it was worth it.
Yeah, I agree. So that probably will be one of the last actual separate or new decks that I'll add to the collection. I have so many and so many that I have not even finished yet. And so yeah, I wanted to get the chords when they originally came out, but I've never actually played a pendulum deck. I messed around with the Endymion structure deck a little bit, but I could barely read them, and everything was still new to me back then, so I didn't bother going too far into that. But the Sulfur Chords look cool, if anything, for my personal collection rather than actually playing them. But you never know. So I'll be looking at that. Yeah. So thank you again for that smoking deal, guys. If you're buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards, follow the Shadowhaunt Joker on Instagram, Silver-Eyed Poet, right?
Right.
Yeah, follow him on there. He does the occasional flash sale. And if you follow me, you'll always know when his. If you follow Prodigy and Colby too, you'll always know when his flash sales are going on because we all flash it on our stories. And Thursday. And I know you'll be doing
another grand one.
Digimon sales too. I'm keeping my eye out for that shiny blue card. I don't know the name of it, and even when I do learn the name, I'm just still gonna call it shiny blue card.
And those cards went as soon as I was about to post it. Half the Digimon cards already sold out.
Woo!
Really? That's
Digimon's
pretty good.
hot.
I couldn't even post it fast enough.
Oh man.
You didn't get to post the Sulfur Chords either, because I claimed that as soon as you said, should I sell them? I said, claim. That was mine. So yeah. Well, anyways, Burst of Destiny looking pretty good. You know, I know Colby would probably give us a more thorough description of Burst of Destiny, but I think as we get closer to the release date, which is now, from what I understand, November 3rd, not too far away, we'll have
right
more
around the corner, guys.
yeah, more discussion. But right now, I think we're all just anticipated. Like, I know about the Evil Twin, and of course the, what was that F word you were saying? Flunderies. All right. No, not Salomon Great F word. Flunderies. Sorry, Colby.
I'm just gonna say it, since it's close to Thanksgiving for those cards. A bunch of overcooked gooses and ducks and turkeys. Come on, you like that rotisserie?
It's gonna be cool. I know everybody's anticipating them, and you know, of course, who knows what they're actually going to be able to do when they come out, but they're looking pretty strong for right now. So we will have more on that as we go. Thank you. Moving on. Speed Duel DX or GX, sorry, Duel Academy. That new box coming out soon. I don't know the release date. I know it's coming soon. I could probably find it here in a bit. But I'm excited for that. And here's why. My daughter and I play speed duels. My nieces and nephews and I, when we all get together, we play speed duels. Even Vegeta throws on some speed duels every now and then. And that's something that we can all enjoy because they're being younger and it's hard to teach them the actual game, like master rules is how you would call it, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
so speed duel is something that they all kind of grasped onto, and so they all have speed duel decks. I've made sure to give them all speed duel decks, and so I'm looking forward to that. Now the last one that came out, I don't know the name of it, was like the white box, and it had all those decks. That thing got scalped to
Battle
hell.
City.
Yeah, the Battle City. I wanted to get a couple of those, and I wanted to play with them. I was able to get one for my daughter for Christmas, and we have it. We use it. We actually play it. We didn't sell it or anything like that. So that kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth. The fact that I wanted to give some to the nieces and nephews, but I couldn't get any. I could not get it. At least not for a fair price either. I think they were $30 when they first came out. I could be wrong. But if you wanted to get them, you had to pay the scalper price, which was a little bit too much for me, and I didn't want to feed into that at the time. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to that. More speed duel decks. Either of you speed duel?
I haven't
Oh.
speed dueled, but I did buy the sets. I think I bought the Yugi and Kaiba sets, the booster boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty cool. I love it because they had all the classic cards, like everything from the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was just like nostalgia bait on 100, guys.
Yes.
But but I hear speed duel not doing too well in the TCG, but I just love the cards. Just having them, it's great. I think it comes with like 36 booster packs in a box. I think I'm not too sure, like 36. So might be wrong. But for the GX set, oh my god, I feel like that's gonna be scalped to hell. Also, GX is like
it is.
GX is like one of the best ever, I think, in my opinion, for Yu-Gi-Oh! And no, you don't agree, but with Elemental Heroes, Cyber Dragons. What else is there? The Machine deck. What is it called again? Gears, Ancient Gears.
Oh yeah, Ancient Gears.
Ancient Gears.
Yeah.
We got the Cyber Ladies. There's so much going on. Destiny Heroes. Oh my god, people are still trying to build these decks because the cards are so hard to get. So if they reprint cards that we can't even find anymore, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be pre-order now, or you're not gonna find this box in stores, guys. It's gonna be one of those.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to it.
You and me both. So I'm gonna hit up Big Three Deals. I don't want to get a case, but I may get a couple of boxes because I know they are doing pre-orders right now. Joker, any interest in speed dueling?
I may be interested in the cards if certain one of mine are printed back, like the BES monsters. And yes, I'm gonna say it, and a lot of people are gonna look at me like, why that? Y'all remember a certain fiery deck of old?
Was it Volcanics?
Started with yeah.
The Volcanics.
Come on. That was a great deck.
They were so annoying to play. I feel like it was this Supply Squad. That was like one of the most annoying cards to play with that deck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just want to go burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
Blaze Accelerator. Yep.
Try blaze it all down.
Let's hope. I think. But is it 8 decks that come in that box? How many decks come in there?
I want to say you're right. Yeah, I want to say you're right about 8 because we got quite a few in the Battle City one, and so they're anticipated being very similar, the same. So yes, if you're interested in that, take advantage of the pre-orders. I'm going to take my own advice. Matter of fact, I may do that after we get done with this podcast. We'll go Big Three Deals. I'm going to message you guys. I'm going to order maybe 2.
See how that goes.
Yeah, hopefully they still have them. You never know. I mean, the nostalgia factor is real, and the scalping still has not stopped. I don't think it ever will at this point, the way it seems. It seems like there's a nice wheel turning there, just kind of like the consoles, right? Like PlayStation 5s and the Xbox. I don't even know what it is, series something. You can't get them. You can't get them. So you can, but it's tough.
Are they even in stores?
No, and people get them. I see them on Twitter saying, "Oh, I finally got my PlayStation 5." It's like, okay, congratulations, but how that, they're playing the game. You know what I mean? Like you're literally there playing the game where you're going in early or you're figuring out when they have them. I can do that, I suppose. I don't want to though. I just want to go in the store and say, "Hey, okay, I'm gonna get this is what I want and buy it and come home play it." I don't need one right now though. So I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying they're hard to get if you do want one.
So you need to get back to normal times.
Yes, please. At least with that stuff. The scalping is crazy, right, Joker? I mean,
remember when we could just go into the store like Walmart, Target, buy 4 packs, and there'd still be some left for everybody else?
Yes.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I remember. Those were some fun days because we used to do that all the time too. We'd go to Walmart and I'd say, hey, we'd be waiting in line. Hey kids, let's go look at the card. Say, oh, cool. You guys want a pack each? Yeah, all right, good. Let's see what we pulled. That was fun. Now you go and you're like, there's nothing there but Magic the Gathering.
Now it's to the point I see booster packs of stuff that I forgot were even games. I'm seeing Chaotic.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing.
Was extinct. I forgot
No. Here's one that's gonna make you feel like the Stone Age. You ready? Get ready. Harry Potter, the trading card game.
Oh, you still see that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw like 8 packs. I'm like, what kind of ancestry sorcery is this? And then I saw this pack, and afterwards I said, all right, I'm a head out. Dragon Ball Z, not the new ones, the old ones that came out. The ones where they had like the power level 100,000, 1 million, like the power creep climb. I'm like,
oh wow,
I feel old.
That might have seen something.
I haven't seen those packs since I got them sitting somewhere saved. I don't want people knowing I got it, but man, I saw that. I was like, wow, I feel old. I haven't seen those things since I was 12.
Dang.
Yeah, that showed my age.
Maybe I need to go shopping where you're at though, because I wouldn't mind having a few of those. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a few card stores here in town that sell the new Dragon Ball stuff, and man, do they mark those prices up pretty high right now. And it changes by store. Like one store has them for like $90, the other one has them for $100, the other one has them for $120. I'm thinking, man. And I thought that was going to be a fun thing. I bought my daughter a box a few months ago and we opened a bunch of packs and that was fun, but I ended up paying way too much. But she wanted it. She's a great student. That was her little honor roll gift. And so, yeah, but daddy's not doing that. No, yeah, we'll have to figure something else out. Speaking of another game, as you all know, I love Monster Club Corporation.
Yeah.
But the one that I shared with you guys, Gate Ruler, that one has my interest. And if you've never heard of it, I don't know how new it is exactly, but the artwork is hitting. Like, I love it. I love the artwork. I'm a sucker for good artwork. Not just waifus. They do have their share, but just cool stuff like dragons and shit and robots and all that stuff. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So that's Gate Ruler. That's another one I may add. I have way too much. Everywhere I look, there's cards, Magic the Gathering cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Dragon Ball cards. I even have Final Fantasy and God knows what else over there. So I'm gonna have to open up my own storage or something, or just sell them all. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, to make room for another game. And either of you, I know I showed you a couple of cards, but I don't know if you've actually taken a look at any more of them.
I looked at the Gate Ruler cards. I just love the artwork. It's amazing. I love how they go from waifu to straight up androids and robots. Like
you said it better than I did.
it's just hilarious. I don't know what it is. Like usually games will be like kind of cohesive with the artwork, but they're not afraid to try something different. And I like that about the game.
Yeah,
and it looks pretty cool to me. But I haven't played it, but it looks great.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I saw the artwork. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because if I buy a box of this, I'm gonna be tempted, and then I'm gonna want to play that game. And I'm like, no. I'm enjoying Digimon. I'm so close to being really good at something. And then I saw this one like Golem card, and I'm like,
buy singles and just for a collection. I think that's what I might do.
I think I'm gonna just buy that one card because it's like $1.50. Just be like, just this, and just hang it on a wall somewhere. So then I can go, that's my pulls, that's this, that's that, and that's Golem. He's a nice guy. Just don't steal his stuff.
Yeah. No, that's good. And they're fairly affordable right now from what I've seen. They do have some called uber rares, and those are pricey. I don't know. I follow a local store called Otaku Nation, and they're the ones who do the tutorials and the tournaments and whatever it is, pre-release, all that. And that was the video I shared with you all. And there was the one where somebody was unboxing them, and it looked like every card was shiny. I doubt it, but they all look so nice. And I'm a sucker for shiny, nice looking artwork cards. And this is no exception. So I may buy some singles and just kind of have them as a collection, display them somewhere. I need a bigger house. I need my own man cave room, something like that, where I can display figures and collect. I collect way too much stuff, you guys. If someday I'm gonna start posting as I get there, and you guys are gonna be like, what is wrong with El Toro Fuerte? Holy crap, this guy. You have no idea. All right, so anyways, I think we were talking about Speed Duel Academy, so that was I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to speed dueling. Nieces and nephews, if you all are watching and listening, I'm gonna whoop you some more in speed dueling. Daughter, I know you're around here somewhere. She's not listening, but she's very competitive. I think I've told you before, she's a sore winner. Like if she wins, it's not good enough that she just wins. She has to like pull out all her best combos and destroy you. Otherwise, she's mad.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's my princess. All right. Let's get into one of the segments that I think I'm excited about, and we had talked about it, was on Instagram, and we may make this something of a regular segment depending on how it goes on a week-to-week basis. But I threw it out there for you to ask us questions and said we will answer them on the podcast. So I'm excited about this. So I left a little bit extra time on today's episode so we can cover these, because we actually got quite a few pretty good questions and some interesting ones. So for those of you who are watching or listening, if you're listening and you don't follow us on Instagram, next week, drop us some questions. Whatever you want to ask us, drop it in the comments on the YouTube channel, and we'll be happy to answer them, as long as it's nothing too crazy. I think somebody asked Shadowhaunt Joker if they'll marry him or he'll marry them, and Prodigy got offered a job as an exotic dancer, and so it was a lot of interesting questions that came through, and it's just
I might take that offer. I might take it.
We all need the extra money, right? I mean,
buy some cards, guys.
Hey, you can do a flash sale.
I like that. That was good. All right.
To the person that wants me to marry them, I don't know. It depends. I mean, are we talking like actual marriage or ring of destruction marriage? Because I'll pull out the ring for that.
Yeah, so we're gonna have fun with this. So we're, and I think I shared all the questions with you all, but let's go ahead and let's do it right here. So the first question that I have here is for you, Joker. Is Digimon more fun than Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes. Yes, it is. And I can give you reasons why.
Please do.
One, it's not one turn decimation, you can't do jack. Two, it actually has a way where if you buy a box, bare minimal, you make that money back. So you're not really nagging yourself or nothing like that. And you do tend to pull everything you need. Soon we'll be going into a rotation of sorts. So it's not like you're just constantly playing the same thing. When you power creep, some of the stuff of old you can just pass off, move on from there. And lastly, the reason why I say it's fun, you don't need the most expensive deck to win. The most overhyped deck does not win. Heck, the deck that I keep winning with in tournaments, this one right here, still, this deck has now went down in price. It went from $65 to, if I just take out 2 cards, it's 40. You can literally take 2 starter decks, make it into a deck, and win. It's that fun and simple. You don't need to spend $800, $900 to build a deck. It looks good on paper, but even the most expensive deck can lose to something small. It all depends on the way your deck synergy is. So, yes, I will say it is more fun, but it doesn't mean I'm going to quit Yu-Gi-Oh! I just think that this one I can get more of a joy out of.
Thank you. And I have a question. You know how in Yu-Gi-Oh you can use 3 of a certain card if it's not banned or limited or whatever. Aside from Mystic Mine, which I use 5. What are the rules like that for Digimon? Are there any? Oh, okay.
Unless it's like banned or limited, which then you can use like 1 for limited, but it's mainly 4. And get a load of this. I can have 4 of a Commandramon from one set, and then 4 of Commandramon from another set, and 4 Commandramon from the starter deck. And it does not count as having the same.
Interesting.
It may have the same name, but as long as it has a different code on the side, I can use it. So I can make an entire deck of this particular monster, but if they're all like different codes and it's only 4 of those, have at it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
What about the deck size? Like for Yu-Gi-Oh, we want to try and get most of the time we want to try and get it down to 40. What about Digimon?
You can have a deck of 50 cards and then 1 to 5 Digi-Eggs or Digitama. That's basically 55. Now, the Digi-Eggs are like your extra deck. It does not count towards the main deck. The main deck, 50 cards. That's it. And here's the thing. You take the top 5 cards of that, put it to the side for your security stack. You still have 45 cards. Then you got to draw your 5. You have 40 cards here, 5 in your little security stack, and then 5 in hand. So you still got 40, but still. And then you have the extra 5 here that are your Digi-Eggs, Digitama. That's all you need. So technically at max, it's 55 cards.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're not handicapping either.
Yeah. I like it. I'm still going to play that game at some point. So there you go, everyone. He does enjoy it more. He's not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, but he does find it more fun, and he is winning quite a bit. 5-time champ. Thank you, Joker. All right. Next question. I think this one was for me. Says, when are we going to see your Mystic Mind deck profile? Okay.
Tell him.
Soon. Here's the thing. I play Mystic. I really only duel online right now, and I'm missing a few of the actual physical cards to do the deck that I want, that I play with online. I have shared it with a few people. I've had, and Colby's not going to like this, but I have actually had a number of people direct message me on Instagram and say, hey, do you happen to have a deck profile? So what I do is I screenshot the little deck profile from Nexus and send it to my phone and give them the image there. Now, the one weird little card that everybody always asks about is Inaba White Rabbit. That is an old spirit monster that can attack your life points directly. It's just a personal little touch in there. Again, when Master Duel comes out, I will make several Mystic Mind decks. That way I'll always keep you guessing. But to answer your question, I'm happy to do one. You know what? I'll make it a priority here, and I'll do a deck profile here soon. I don't anticipate it getting very many views because people just do not like Mystic Mind. So to answer your question, very soon, as you wish.
I'll watch it.
Hey, thank you.
I'll watch it.
Now, we got some for Colby. There was actually two very similar questions. I'm only going to ask one. He's not here, so we're going to save it for next week. But I like this one right here. Colby, War Rocks or Mystic Mind? Which will you build next?
Whoever did that one, thank you. That's funny right there.
Yes, thank you. Colby. Yeah, I think I know which way he'd go anyway. Death before Mystic Mind. So. All right.
He might surprise you. You never know.
You never know. You two are gonna like this. This one says, talk about the best card in the game. Cyber Dragon Infinity. I think you all know who asked that question. Mr. Cyber Machine Man himself, casually side decking. Joker.
Let's see here. I think.
Prodigy.
Well,
Prodigy, you first.
I haven't played the card, but I think that was one of the first cards I pulled when I got right back in Yugioh. I think I got it in was it dual power? What was that one with the Krishan Hockey Firebreaks? What set was that?
Dual Overload.
Yeah. Overload, yeah. I saw that card and I was just like, oh my God, a holographic card. I was hyped. I didn't know how to play it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with it, but I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is a beautiful card. So it's still in my binder today. I wish I could bring out my binder. It's too much work now, but yeah. I love the card. The artwork is amazing. But I never used it. So can't say much. You, Joker?
Joker.
I would be nice because it's not actually my favorite of the Cyber Dragon cards, but it did, when it came out, it did do a lot of potential. So I'm not going to say anything bad on it. However, if we want to talk about the best Cyber Dragon card of them all,
Cyber Dragon?
I was going to say Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, technically. I mean, that card has made a lot of machine decks go from, yeah, we're powerful to again. This was before Dragoon, Bird Anaconda, Mystic Mind, any of that ever came out. This was literally the epitome of, I have a God field, I have a Hulk. So, nothing against Infinity, but a card that literally says, what board? Our board. That should be high praise. Infinity, though, you rock, keep it up. That's why you got the gold.
Right.
That is very true. Very true.
Well, and I'll pick Cyber Dragon, guys. I didn't pick my card yet. I'll pick Cyber Dragon. Yeah. I remember summoning a monster for free back then was amazing. Yes. So I'm gonna pick Cyber Dragon. Go ahead.
Well, Infinity, in my experience, anytime I've ever seen Infinity on my opponent's field, I've lost.
Really?
So yeah, I've just, it just hits me at the right time, and it's all, I think I can count maybe like 4 or 5 times that I've actually played against a deck that's brought it out and just wiped me with it. So, but not with Mystic Mind. So we will see.
What's
Yes,
that?
thank you. So I hope we did your card justice, Mr. Casually Side Decking. Thank you for the question. Next question. Hey, there you go. There you go. Super polymerization. So next question. I think this one's directed towards me because I played this a lot. Is Overwatch the best video game ever? Yes. Uh, a lot of people will disagree. I don't think it's the best game ever. I think it's the best game right now in my world because it's one of the only games that I actually play. So me and my buddy, we play quite a bit and almost daily. Get some Overwatch in, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Overwatch 2, but I'm still enjoying the first one right now. Prodigy, I know you've played it.
Oh, definitely. I've played Overwatch since it came out. I've stopped recently because the Xbox subscription was kind of getting too pricey for me, for my budget. But I love the game. The skins, amazing. It's one of those games where you would spend at least $80 on loot boxes because you're trying to get your favorite skin for that limited time event. And they really make you wait a year before you can get it again.
Yes.
So it kind of sucks. But I love the game. Favorite character, Tracer. If you're not a Tracer player, then I don't know what you're doing. Hanzo. And who's I think it's Orisa. Orisa, like the top
tank.
3 guys. The tank,
Yes.
yeah, favorite tank. Orisa. And I think who else? It's tank healer. Who's your favorite healer? I think Mercy would be like the top healer, I guess. People would say.
Good. I don't follow the competitive scene, so I don't know what's meta. But my favorite healer is Moira.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Joker, you look like you want to say something. Let's hear it.
It's high noon.
It's high noon.
That's the only thing I know about Overwatch. I'm sorry. Other than
you gotta get into it.
Cavalry's here.
Cheers, love. Yeah, you got the
It's
Tracer
like
down.
I don't know much about Overwatch because I never got to play.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was playing Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I might play Overwatch 2 when it comes out, but other than that, there's somebody that I heard would probably be a good character for me to play as. I don't know if it's true. Winston.
I love Winston.
This is a good character too.
I might play as Winston.
He's fun, and if I were to play with you, I'd make sure I was your healer, because Winston needs a healer to be
definitely
maximized. I love the game. I really do. I love playing tanks, healers, whatever it is. And one of the things I of course, everybody knows this. My friend and I, we love to go around and teabagging our opponents when we kill them. Now, that being said, when they come do it to us, I think it's the funniest thing in the world. I crack up. And I get so many hateful messages, but I get some fun messages in there. And, I let everybody know that I'm just having fun. I'm not getting, trying to hurt feelings or whatever. People have tried to report me, never had any consequences, thankfully. So it affects everybody differently. I think it's fun because they come after you. You notice they start going for you. And right now, one of the things I do is I have Torbjorn, but he's in his summer outfit. It's like a little, I don't want to call it a Speedo, but it's little trunks. And so I go and I, get people and I spam the voice line, too hot for you. And so basically when I kill somebody, I go up and I just start teabagging in my little Speedo and saying, too hot for you. So it's fun. I crack up, I gotta enjoy it. And I do that with several characters. So yeah, I just spam one little voice line, the funniest one, I think, for each one. And yeah. So this question is for Unfound Prodigy. Will you be playing Master Duel?
I think it's safe to say yes, I will be playing Master Duel. It looks amazing. We spoke about this, but it looks amazing. The game looks great. I have Link Evolution. I was just playing it earlier today. And I think one of the biggest challenges is just getting all the cards to make your perfect deck. So as long as I'm able to do that, I will play the game religiously, guys. I think that's going to be our main center, just to play against each other. And it's going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. But I'm definitely playing that game.
I'm with you. Thank you. Joker, you going to be playing that by chance?
I only got one thing to say, and only Destiny players will probably know what I mean. This is amazing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. 7 column. Yes, I'm going to be playing this game.
All right.
In case no one knows what that reference is, it's Lord Shaxx when you just go berserk in Destiny. So, yes, I'm going to be playing it. I have a couple of decks I'm going to put on there. Yes, I'll be doing War Rocks. And yes, for the last time, I will build my Neos deck. Dummy Grenade will still be there too, but my Neos deck will be there. Basically, it's just called Big Chungus.
Dummy Grenade is cool. I remember dueling against that. That was a cool, unique deck. I really liked that one. So, yes. All right. Here's a good question right here we got. Now, I think this one is from our friend Mage of Ancients. Let's see. Yep, Mage of Ancients. What archetype from any Yu-Gi-Oh anime series would you like to see in the TCG next?
Actually, I'm going to start this one.
Okay.
I'll start this one. I want the rest of Bandit Keeps cards to come out, like the Pillager. I also want the other BES cards that were supposedly coming, like BES Battle Core. And we were supposed to get another one like BES Assault Core and Defense Core, but we never did. And we were supposed to get Final Assault. It was a spell card that basically gave our monsters counters. But at the end phase, if we didn't like expend all the counters, the monster gets destroyed and we both take damage equal to the counters that were still left, like 500. Now, some of these cards from that I want, but there is one person's deck I want that I don't think anyone remembers. Remember Battle City?
Yeah.
I want the other cards that one guy had. Esperova.
I remember.
The psychic guy.
He
Jinzo.
had a couple of cards that were like missing. And then the last person whose deck I fully want, Nesbit. Nesbit had a bunch of machine cards that never came out, like Clockwork Factory. Turn all monsters into machines. Short Circuit, all monsters that are machines must stay in attack mode. And I'd love to have a continuous spell card called Final Artillery, where you discard cards from your hand to burn your opponent for 500.
Ooh.
Seriously, he had some of the best machine cards that I had ever seen. And like Clockwork Factory would totally make machine decks like unbelievably broken. All monsters on the field are now machines. Can you see the possibilities of crazy?
Yes. And I know our friend Casually Side Decking would love that.
Just saying.
Prodigy, what about you?
Man, I'm trying to remember some sets right now. It's weird because as far as anime goes, I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh! In GX. I didn't watch anything after that. So I'm trying to remember anything. I think all my cards did come out, but it would be cool if Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of released the cards, but with the anime effects. I love the anime effects for some of these cards. And I remember buying the early sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I think it was Magic Ruler, and I had gotten Wall Shadow and Labyrinth Wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, my card is gonna be able to go through the walls and defeat monsters. Like that, I was like probably like 11 or something like that. And then you read the card effect and you're like, so 3,000 defense and that's all you do. This is all you do.
You still got to tribute summon it out, and not that easy.
So I mean, if we could have a game where it's anime effects, that would be beautiful. I would play that game. Like if Master Loop could incorporate anime effects into the game, I would be there day one. Trust me. If I could shoot a moon down with that damn thing, I forget what it's called. I would do it. Like it would be
Satellite
amazing.
cannon.
It would sound like cannon. Oh my God.
Yeah, satellite cannon. No. The best anime effect card I would want Jirai Gumo's special ability of Gumo Snare. If you step on, like, if your card is lined up with it, it automatically destroys the monster. I'd be like, you don't even know which card it is. Just put it in that column, see what happens. Play it here? No. Dark Dragoon here, die, and your effect cannot be activated to negate it.
That would be fun.
Perfect.
I like that. I can't remember how many times I had kids yelling at me, telling me I couldn't use Magic Cylinder without a spellcaster on the field.
Oh my god!
Anime rules. So yeah, and to your point, you said you were 11, excited about the Labyrinth Wall. I was over 20 years old, excited about Labyrinth Wall too. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So yeah. Yes. Though now I really am old school. I love the originals, the Battle City and the island, I forget what it's called, Duelist Kingdom. I love those. Well, the one thing I would love to see brought back would be Dungeon Dice Monsters. That would be cool. I know it was created, and at the time I kicked myself for not getting them because everything's so expensive right now, like $500 for a sealed set of Dungeon Dice Monsters. Dark Magician Girl, of course, is crazy expensive. If they were to redo that, I think it would sell. I think it would be cool. Duke Devlin, he was ahead of his time, obviously.
Definitely.
So that would be mine. It's not necessarily an archetype. It's more of an actual game. And that would be mine. So thank you for the question. Really appreciate it. Next question. This one comes from our friend Skeeter the Common King. How do you think the game would be played if we did not know what was in the upcoming booster boxes? Joker, I'm going to let you lead with this one.
All right. Financially speaking, people would probably be like, well, how do I know if this is worth anything or not? Yep. You already know. People would be like, all right, this is the new box. It's a secret rare, but and next thing you know, that card probably $100, and they'd be like, oh, this card is amazing. I think I'm going to try to sell this for $100. A week later, it sucks. People will be going in blind into the market and just going, I threw that away. Now, playing wise, people would go in blind, but I don't know what its synergy would be. Maybe if I put it in this deck, it doesn't go with this deck. This deck, they would literally have to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo, process of elimination to figure out what deck this would go in. Can you imagine Dogmatica without its hype or anything? Just all of a sudden, here's a box, figure it out. I guess Light Sworn, because it's light, instead of it being like, oh, Dogmatica can be an engine with Invoked and all this. No, you're just going to have to figure it out, Skippy. I think eventually they would figure out how to play it.
Yeah. And
the hype would be less, but it would be a lot of blind leading the blind on it. Because what would you know? You wouldn't even know, like, what all is in the set of that card. You'd literally have to buy a case and be like, play set of that, play set of that. Okay, so this is what's all here. Okay, so now I gotta wait until I get another box of some other set.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think that it would be a good idea just to have a little chaos.
I agree. Prodigy, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree also. I think it'll be a good idea for everybody went in blind. At least it'll give people time to buy cards at a much, much, much cheaper price because we don't know what it's going to do in the future. Yeah. So, people will be able to get the cards they want without any repercussions at a good price. I think it'll eliminate scalpers too, because you don't know what you're buying into. So nobody's going to buy a box for $300 without knowing what's inside. I mean, there are people that would do it, diehard fans, whatever, but most people wouldn't do it. And let's see here. I think the game would be much better. But there are people who would, they're dedicated fans out there that would sit there on their computer for 10 days trying to figure out these cards. And they will come out with the deck profiles, guys. They will come out with it. Mm-hmm. And, that maybe we'll be in the same like environment Yu-Gi-Oh wise, but at least we'll have 10 days. At least we'll have 10 days to figure out if we want these cards or not.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. How about you, Thor?
I am gonna have to agree, and you know me, I'm all about surprises and that kind of stuff. So I think it would be fun. I think Joker's point about the hype, we wouldn't be able to hype anything up. So
Yeah.
initially they would have to base it based on availability, quantities available. So if there was a small quantity available, there's a shortage, of course that's going to be pricey. If it's normal quantities, you're going to get it for normal prices. And then you're just, excited. But again, the community is so big and so diverse. We would like it, and a lot of other people would like it, but then there are other people who would just hate it. No, I'm gonna quit. Konami, pissing and whatever. Everybody's mad. So it would be chaos, like you said, Joker. I really think it would be. I'm agreeing with you on that, and I think that would be fun because then we'd have lots to talk about just scrolling through Twitter. So thank you for that question. Next question. Oh, this one comes from Dulian. Dulian wants to know, who is the best duelist of the group?
I don't even think I can claim that title, guys. I really think. Give me another deck. Go ahead.
I've dueled against each and every one of you. I've won. I've lost. Same with Colby. Colby whooped me pretty good early on, but I came back with a couple of nice zombie world deck one time, and I beat him, and he wasn't too impressed. He wasn't happy. But but it's hard to say because we maybe we have to do a tournament or something. You bring your best deck and do that, and we'll see. And of course our friend Casually Side Deck, and I know he's challenged all of us, and I don't know if I've beaten him yet. I may have. I know he's gotten the better of me. My S-Force deck for sure. I think I played him Mystic Mind. I think he won that one. So I don't know. We have to include him in that because he's the one I think has dueled all of us at some point too. He's pretty good.
Not me.
Yeah. No. You haven't dueled him yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
He's fun to play against. So yeah, I mean, Prodigy, I know you've surprised me. There's times where I thought I had the game won, and you just start going into this, and I'm thinking, what the heck happened to my board?
I think it's more about how if you love your deck. If you love your deck and you know the ins and outs of your deck, you'll be good at it. I mean, it might not be the best deck, it might not be meta, but at least you'll have a chance. Yeah. And there's always a learning process. Like you learn your decks. So I'm going back to Evil Twins. When Evil Twins came out, I was like, I love the art. I'm gonna get these cards. I'm gonna learn how to play them.
Yeah.
And that was it. And hey, learn a few combos. Toro provided me with a little base profile. I worked on it from there, and there you go. So I guess it's just about how much you want to play and if you love your deck or not. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you're best at your own deck, I'd say. I don't know if I'm the best duelist, but I'm the best at my deck. There you go.
That's true. You do play Evil Twins pretty dang good, and that's the deck that I was referring to in our duel, where I thought I had it won. I really did, and nope, was not happening. So, and then Joker, I know you have some originality and really clever tactics that you come out with. So, we all have our strengths. Yeah. War Rocks. Jason Red Power Ranger.
I make people rage quit with that War Rock deck. It's like, just this card. Okay, we're done here. Okay.
Yeah. And on that rage quit, Prodigy, go back to our duel. I mean, you could have rage quit. I mean, I had you.
He had me good.
You could have said, okay, it's over. And I know we like to mess with each other. Like, oh, I guess you got this. Oh, congratulations. But we don't scoop. We just wait for you to activate our trap cards.
Definitely. Oh my God.
And me too. I mean, unless it's like unless somebody goes first, and I've dueled this before where I just don't draw any hand traps, and this person just goes and builds his board, and I say, I don't rage quit. I just say I got nothing next round.
That's how you should do it, guys.
Yeah. Activate this. Well, I'm gonna negate that. Okay, I'm gonna get. Okay, now you're just showing off. So, and I know Colby, of course, what does Colby say? Oh, unaffected 5 million attack beats, dude.
No,
Colby's
he doesn't say that. He always says this. No, he says this. War Rocks aren't that bad. And Mystic Mind really is a good breakthrough card. I just hate on it because, well, salads. But they're really good.
Salads?
Yeah. Colby, to his credit, is an amazing duelist with Salomon Great and with Ignis.
Indeed.
And really just any deck
Definitely.
he can make it work. So I think from a technical standpoint, I'd have to give the title to Colby just because he can put any deck together. I mean, look, it's impressive the way he puts these decks together on Nexus for these profiles. I mean, you guys, he puts work into them, but he thinks of these strategies and he makes them work. I mean, you've seen the demos, viewers. You guys have seen. If you haven't seen them, check them out. So right now, I guess I'll have to give the notch to Colby until we settle our duel, Mystic Mind versus Salad. All right.
Lord.
Next question is, why did you stop giveaways? I think that one's directed towards me.
Why did you, Toro?
Yeah.
Why?
So technically, I did not stop giveaways. The Monster Club community knows very well that I did not stop giveaways. I stopped doing Yu-Gi-Oh giveaways for a couple of reasons. The biggest reason, I just felt like the majority of the community was well taken care of in the giveaway department because everybody was doing them. People were doing bigger, better giveaways, which is great. But I have a list of reasons. One of them being the thing that I don't like is I don't like ungrateful people. And we've talked about this in the past. There were times where I would do giveaways and I'd have people just hounding me about a tracking number. When did I send it? Why? One person was like, "Why is it stuck here?" And I'm like, I don't know. I look up the tracking number. Well, can't you call anybody? No, all I can do is look at the tracking number and see what you see. When it gets there, it gets there. Joker, I know you mentioned that you did a giveaway one time, but nobody entered. I don't enter giveaways either. I really don't, because I think I've talked about this too. I have more cards than I need, and I'll help support giveaways, but I won't enter because I don't want to take that opportunity away from somebody else who could use the card. Simple enough. Anybody else want to comment on that?
Me.
I mean, I just want to say, for the people who do the giveaways, you gotta shout them out and appreciate them, because they're spending their hard-earned money, guys, to give you something for free, or the opportunity to get something for free.
Yeah.
And I don't think people see that. I feel like they just see the item and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, you enter, just be grateful for the chance for entering. Even if you don't win, don't message the person why I didn't get the cards, or can you send one for free anyways? Like, that's
yeah.
It's weird. Unless you're like 8 or something, maybe I give you a pass. Maybe. But other than that, yeah.
And I can't tell you the number of times I had the same people resubscribe to my channel every time there was a giveaway. And that was always the confusing thing, is like I was doing 2 giveaways a month at one point, and these were structure decks, these were booster boxes. I mean, I was going all out, and it was just funny. Every time I'd do a giveaway, I'd have it in my video titles. I'd have the same person would subscribe. I'm thinking, why not just stay subscribed? Is my content that bad? So that's another thing. I moved to Instagram because I have an app that I can track who's following on Instagram, whereas YouTube, you can't really control that. So that's another thing. But yeah, as Prodigy said, just be grateful for giveaways. people are spending their own money, or unless you're one of the bigger YouTube channels, the ones that get sponsored by the companies and they send them boxes to give away. That's awesome. But I also see a lot of smaller channels doing giveaways, and again, they're spending money out of their own pocket to give away. And there are channels who are sponsored by Konami that don't do nearly as much as you would think they would. And I think Dulian brought up that point too when we interviewed him, is that he would like to see some of the bigger channels who are more than capable of doing it do it, but they don't. So again, there's nothing, it's not good or bad that they don't. I just think that it would be nice if they did. So I will continue to do giveaways. I may do the occasional Yu-Gi-Oh giveaway. I'm just not buying boxes for myself either. So there's that. But Monster Club, yes, you can count on those continuing. Thank you, Monster Club community, for being amazing. Not saying Yu-Gi-Oh is not amazing. You all are amazing. I love the community. But you guys have plenty of other places to go other than my channel to get giveaways. Right. Last question. This is an interesting one. What are your day jobs? Never thought I'd be asked that. I'll start. I talk a lot. I'm actually in sales. So I work for a laboratory. I'm not going to name the laboratory, you creepy stalkers. But I work for a laboratory and I'm what you call an account manager. So I have a large territory that stretches across different cities in the state of Arizona. So I do a lot of traveling and I visit my clients, which are doctors' offices, different specialties, and just make sure that they're, so we have different tiers. We have the large accounts that just all their patients are, their blood work are sent to us, and those are the ones we want to take care of the most. And we have smaller accounts and those go to other reps, but there's a certain tier that you have to meet, certain threshold they have to meet to get me. And so I make sure that they're getting their, they're getting their results from their patients, they're getting them in a timely manner. I make sure everything's working on supplies. So I'm kind of like the filter. Everything comes through me and then I filter it to different departments. I visit them. Of course, my main job is to take care of the clients, make sure they stay with us and don't go to the competitors. But also I teach them about new test offerings. I bring in experts to meet with providers, decision makers, to show them different tests that'll help them take better care of their patients, and a whole lot of other things. So it's very crazy, very stressful, but a lot of fun. I've been in sales for as long as I can remember, and this, I if it's up to me, I'll never leave where I'm at. It's amazing. It's the one place corporate that I've ever worked that actually likes the people, wants them to retire, and likes longevity, believes in that. So I've been there for a while now, and don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So yeah. Who's next?
I guess I'll go next.
Prodigy.
Hey. All right, so everyone, for the day when I'm not dueling or looking at waifu cards, um, I work as a social worker. I'm a coach, mentor, youth counselor to young adults. I pretty much help them try to stay in school, and if they're not in school, get them into like a vocational program or maybe find a trade, and get them back on track with their life. There's some youth that I work with that are going through like crazy situations. I can't even explain it on here because work stuff. But some have been incarcerated. Some have just been out and about homeless. The deal is just to make sure that they're connected with someone that they know that's going to be on their side at the end of the day, and just to listen to them, and make sure that what they want, you can do your best to provide it to them if it's in your power. So that could be anything from helping them get a driver's license, or paying for workshops because they're interested in gaming, or even getting cards. If they love cards and it's going to get them a job, we're there for you. But it's a cool job. I get to work with cool teens, even though people kind of discard teens that have been through the ringer. But don't put them down. They're one of the most powerful people you probably ever meet. Very strong, diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Once they're taken care of, trust me, they're gonna make it. They're gonna be a boss one day, guys. Just keep a lookout for them. You know, they're gonna be in the movies saying, you know, hey, I was that kid, you know, down in the dumps, but now I live in $1 million home. You know, it's one of those. So I mean, I love my job. I love working with these teens, young adults. It brings me joy, and it's smooth. Find a job that's not stressful, guys. If you're stressed at your job, like all the time, you might want to move.
You might want to consider moving on to something. Yes.
But if you have the choice, but please don't quit your job because you're stressed. You know, make sure you have backups.
Yeah.
And this is what I do. I tell youth this all the time. Don't leave your job without a backup. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do, guys. So it's a good job. I love it. And during the night, I play Yugioh. There you go.
That's right. Always Yugioh.
Joker.
Okay, here we go. Well, first and foremost, I work at a craft store. And basically, I work early mornings, like at 3 a.m., unloading the truck, stuff like that. And man, I actually do like it. Some people be asking me questions like about paint and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really the paint guy, but if you were to ask me like baking stuff, because baking is a craft, and we do sell a lot of baked stuff that you can use. Oh, I could sell you some stuff. I'm that guy. It's like, oh, you want a pan, you say, for cakes? Let me show you a couple of extra different types of pans. I will literally, and yes, my little steps for the day is anywhere between 8,000 to almost 20,000, because if you say that you need to find a specific thing and let's say you're too tired or you're handy capable, I will run through the store and find it for you. I will gladly do that, get up on the ladder, literally pull some Iron Man flying around just to make sure you get the exact right one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then my second job, yes, I sell trading cards. And I've actually, because of the way they do taxes now, since I made past a certain criteria, I have to count that as income. So technically, yeah, it is my second job. And as of now, since I sell on TCG Player, certified seller, and whatnot, I'm legal, 100% certified level 4 seller.
Congratulations.
I can sell online, and if you need like a reference on me, you'll see it. So shop with confidence when it comes to me. That's my 2 jobs.
Support local business. Yes.
Don't get no local than an amateur.
Hey, 5-time champion.
Killing it.
Yeah. No, that's good. Thank you all for sharing that. I hope that you all enjoyed this segment here. We were going to talk about a few more things, but we are running past our 1 hour. Crazy enough. I think we ran past that a while ago. So thank you for listening today. And as always, why don't we go ahead and wrap it up? Mr. Prodigy, where can the viewers and listeners find, follow, and interact with you?
All right, guys. Find me on Instagram at Unfound Prodigy. Twitter, Prodigy_Unfound, and on YouTube, Unfound Prodigy. And of course, on this wonderful, this amazing podcast and this undisputed greatness with these guys. So, I mean, Joker.
Oh, what? Well, I guess you could find me losing my mind somewhere. I guess I've lost my damn mind tonight. But you can find me on Twitter as Shadowhaunt Joker and Facebook. I mean, oh God, you can't find me there.
Bad words.
Hey, cut that one out for me. No Facebook. But bleep it. Yeah, bleep that word.
We don't use the F word.
Yes, we don't. You'll find me I'm starting to get into Twitch, but it's a slow process. But it'll be Shadowhaunt Joker, YouTube Shadowhaunt Joker, and Instagram where I do my flash sales as at Silver-Eyed Poet. Twiddly, twiddly, twiddly.
Good old Twitter. Yes, and I'm starting to look for your guys' tweets more, and so I'll be liking those and retweeting them as I go. So normally I just kind of go through and like go through Twitter like this, and so I'm like, oh, that's enough. All right, I've seen enough. Yeah.
I just go there for Mark.
Oh, yeah, all right. So thank you. You can find me here on Team Fuerte Gaming and the Undisputed Combo podcast on all our different platforms and on Instagram, the _ Toro Fuerte. And I do have a Twitter, but don't follow me on there because I don't really do anything on there other than scroll and look for stuff to talk about. So, and then our friend, that dude, Colby, you can find him doing the occasional, well, now almost weekly deck profiles here on Team Fuerte Gaming. Find him here on the Undisputed Combo podcast and on Instagram, TDC_YGO. If you have questions regarding decks, he loves when you message him and ask him stuff. He loves to help. Please be respectful. That's all I'm going to say. He will help you. So thank you. I appreciate you, both of you being on here. Look forward to getting Colby back. Prodigy, it's so good always to see your face too. We don't have to find a random card to
the Shadow Realm this time.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. And so everybody out there, be good to each other. Take care. Hope you're all staying safe, staying well. We really, really appreciate you watching and listening, and we will do our best to keep bringing you more and more content. Thank you so much as always. See you next time.
See ya.
Searching.